Hello everyone and welcome back to the channel. I'm Jayasurya, founder of Project Ivy, a career counseling and admission consulting firm. If you're a high school student fascinated by the dynamics of a global market, the impact of government policy or how quantitative data shapes the world's biggest decisions, then you have likely considered the BSc or BA in economics. And for a globally recognized and mathematically rigorous education in this field, the UK is a phenomenal destination. But applying and getting into UK's top economics programs can be a complex path, considering the admission requirements, the difference in curriculum offered by the universities, and the sheer competition for these programs. So I decided to prepare a guide that helps you navigate this journey pretty well. So let's dive in. First up is the curriculum. The standard economics bachelor's programs offered by the UK universities are 3-year programs, unlike the Asian or US system where it's a 4-year degree path. So obviously you'll go through a much fast-paced curriculum. It is ideal for those who are pretty focused and want to get done with their degree earlier. Now, curriculum for econ comes with various formats and you can choose based on your interests and strengths. For example, Oxford has 3 different econ programs. One is the very popular BA in philosophy, politics and economics, also known as PPE, where you can explore these diverse topics and its social, economic and political impact on our lives. The other is BA in econ and management, which deals with the intersection of these two fields. One application of that is quantitative finance. And the third one is BA history and economics, which is for those who are academically oriented. Now, if you're someone who's interested in a straightforward econ program that has a good breadth of all topics, then universities like Cambridge, LSE, etc. offer regular BA or BSc economics programs too. So whether you're interested in the political side of econ or international relations or finance or just a regular basic econ program, the top universities in the UK can serve your interests, strengths and career goals. Now, one thing to note is many universities like the LSE, St. Andrews, Durham, Warwick, etc. are offering an optional year either for study abroad or industry placement year. I personally think one additional year, especially for industry placement, will give you fantastic industry exposure if you are planning to work post your undergrad. Now, let's look at some of the UK's top universities for economics. I'll divide this into 2 categories based on the competitiveness of the program. Because honestly, I feel rankings are always incomplete and sometimes even misleading. In the most competitive segment, we have the usual suspects: Oxford, Cambridge and LSE, London School of Economics. These programs have sub 10% acceptance rates, and obviously all the most aspiring students, high academic achievers from all over the world give it a shot, obviously making them super competitive. Now, which is better than these 3 really depends on the curriculum that suits you. First, let's talk about Oxford. Like I said, Oxford offers 3 varieties of econ degrees, and there's no straightforward option of a BA or BSc economics program. The courses are pretty intellectually rigorous and typically prepare you well for policy roles. Now, Cambridge. While Cambridge has one straightforward 3-year BA economics program, it covers diverse topics and has pretty intense mathematics and statistics courses as well, which is super important if you want to have a good career in this field. Next up is LSE. LSE offers a BSc, a Bachelor of Sciences programs, and not a BA, which is Bachelor of Arts program. BSc programs again typically tend to be more mathematically rigorous, which suits those who are pretty good at math. LSE, world renowned for its economics department, in fact offers most diverse combinations of its economics programs, like maths and economics, public policy and economics, and many other such options which come along with a 1-year study abroad option, where you get to study as an exchange student and you get to explore elite universities across the world. Coming to category 2, apart from these popular 3, there are quite a few universities which offer very rigorous economics courses, which are respected in the UK and are also pretty competitive to get into. These universities are Warwick, University of St. Andrews, University College London, Durham, University of Glasgow, etc. Among these universities, I highly recommend considering those programs that come with the industry placement option. Now, apart from this, there is a standout interdisciplinary program that is offered by the Imperial College of London. It's the BSc Economics, Finance and Data Science program. Since this is not a standard economics degree, you won't see it in any economics ranking lists. But it's a terrific program offered by a very reputed university which aligns with what the industry is looking for. Now, let's talk about the admission requirements. The top universities like the Oxbridge, LSE, Imperial, Warwick, etc. expect pretty high grades as minimum requirements. Most of them have an A-star AA or AA A requirement, which converts to about 39 to 42 in IB and 90 to 95% in CBSE, ICSE or State Board. But remember, this is just a minimum requirement. Whereas the less competitive yet pretty good reputed universities in the Russell group of universities. Also accept slightly lower grades like 35 and above in IB or 85% plus in national boards. Now coming to subject requirements, most of these unis require you to have mathematics as a core subject in your high school, and they expect a high grade. Coming to standardized tests, some of these universities have different testing requirements. For example, Oxford requires you to write the TSA exam, also called as Thinking Skills Assessment, to apply to their economics degree. While Cambridge, Imperial, Warwick, LSE, etc. require you to write the TMUA. Now, if you're aiming for Cambridge and come from any national or state board in India, you'll have to sit for 5 APs or advanced placement subjects. So Cambridge has ridiculously high bars for Indian national boards. So if you're in your 10th grade and are obsessed with studying in Cambridge, it's better to choose IB or A-level. Coming to deadlines, please note that different unis have different deadlines. Typically, Oxbridge deadlines end in October, whereas LSE, Warwick, Imperial, etc. have them in mid-Jan. So before you apply, you need to get done with all your tests. Some universities also have interview components. Universities like Oxford, Cambridge, and Imperial also shortlist students for interviews. These are typically personality-based and subject-based interviews to evaluate your match to the program you're applying for. Next is supercurricular activities. Now, apart from grades and tests, top universities value what you have done beyond the classroom, especially your supercurricular activity, which means what have you done in your interest area beyond the classroom. Have you done internships, research, or additional reading in this area? Have you competed in any international Olympiads or done research publications, etc.? Another critical aspect is your personal statement. Universities want to know the person behind the application, like your interests, motivations, and goals, and what makes you unique. And this is evaluated pretty carefully and plays an important role, especially for universities like LSE, Warwick, and UCL, which do not conduct any interviews. Finally, the reference letter. You need one reference letter from an academic referee. This is usually your teacher at school, either from maths or economics. So that's a quick overview of top economics programs in UK and how to get into them. So do comment below which college you're planning to apply to in the coming application season. All the best for your application. If you need any help with career counseling or admissions, do reach out to our team.